Welcome everyone. Today's topic is nth term or last term or general form of an AP. Before starting this topic, let us recall whatever we have understood till today. If I take an example, suppose 4, 10, 16, 22. This is an AP which I have written here, and we know how to find out the first term and the common difference. So, our first term, which is A, it is 4. Common difference D, we find out second term minus the first term. That means 10 minus 4, which is equal to 6. Now, A1, which is our first term, that means 4, also can be written as A. Second term, A2, in this case it is 10, which can be written as 4 plus 6. A3, third term, in this case it is 16, which can be written as 4 plus 6 plus 6. A4, which is a fourth term, in this case it is 22, which also can be written as 4 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Obviously, if you add these numbers, you will be getting 22. Now, as we know 4, it is represented as A and 6 represented by D. So, we can write it as A plus D. Same way, 4 plus 6 plus 6. So, as we know this common difference is added 2 times, that we can write as twice of D. So, as we know 4 as A and 6 2 times it is added, and we know multiplication is repeated addition. 2 times it is added, it can be written as 2D. Same way, 6 it is added 3 times, so A plus 3D. Now, this A plus D also can be written as A plus 2 minus 1 D. As we know, the coefficient of D in this case it is 1. And we came to know now that A2 is equal to A plus 2 minus 1 D. Similarly, A3, we can write A plus 2 can be written as 3 minus 1 D. A4, represented as A plus 3D, also can be written as A plus 4 minus 1 D. So on. At the last, if I write suppose AN, which is our nth term, also called as last term. So AN, how it can be written? You can see here A4 written as A plus 4 minus 1D. A3 written as A plus n minus 1D. 3 minus 1D. A2 written as A plus 2 minus 1D. So how AN can be written as? AN can be written as A plus n minus 1D. So we got the nth term, which can be written as AN is equal to A plus n minus 1D, where A, it is the first term, and number of terms D is the common difference, and AN it is your last term or nth term. If we know the first term A and the common difference D, we can find out any nth term of an AP. Let us take an example. Find the 11th term of the AP, that is 12, 15, 18. 12 it is the first term, 15 second term, and 18 is the third term, and we are asked to find out the 11th term. So here A is 12, D is 15 minus 12, that is 3. We are asked to find out 11. So as we know, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. In this case our n is given. So n in this case it is 11. So A11 it is asked to find out. A we know it is 12 here. N in this case it is 11 minus 1. D we know it is 3. 12 plus 11 minus 1 will be 10 into 3. So 12 plus 30. So 30 plus 12 it will be 42. So we got a 11th term. So therefore the 11th term of the AP is 42. Second example we have taken here. Which term of the AP 3, 8, 13, 18 is 78? So 3, 8, 13, 18 it is your AP, and we are asked to find out in which term the 78 will be there. In this case, this which term means to find out n. So let us write. So here, as we know, 3 will be your first term. To find out the common difference, it will be 8 minus 3, that is equal to 5. And let us consider 78 as an. So as we know, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. So your an in this case 78, a3 n minus 1 d, it is 5. So 78, this 3 will come this side, it will be minus 3 n minus 1 5. 78 minus 3 will be 75 n minus 1 into 5. 5 you can see it is multiplied. If it comes to left hand side it will be divided. 75 divided 5 equal to n minus 1. So 5, 15 is 75. So 15 is equal to n minus 1. So 15 plus 1 equal to n. So you got n is equal to 16. So if your n is equal to 16, that means your 16th term will be your 78. So therefore 16th term of the given AP is 78. Example 3. Determine the AP whose third term is 5 and seventh term is 9. Third term is, that means it is A3. Seventh term, that means A7, is given as 9. So here third term A3 is given as 5, A7, that means seventh term, given as 9. So A3 can be written as A plus 2D, yes, is equal to 5. Similarly, A7, that means A plus 6D is equal to 9. So we got two equations here. If we solve these equations, you will be getting the value of A and the value of D. So if we get the value of A and D, we can determine the AB. Let us solve this. Two equations which is there. So let us subtract 2 minus 1. Equation 2 minus equation 1. So equation 2 minus equation 1. Left hand side minus left hand side, right hand side minus right hand side. Equation 2 left hand side it is A plus 6D minus equation 1 left hand side it is A plus 2D. Equation 2 right hand side it is 9 and equation 1 right hand side it is 5. A plus 6D minus A minus 2D equal to 9 minus 5 it will be 4. A will be cancelled, positive and negative. Same term, positive and negative can be cancelled. 6D minus 2D it will be 4D, which is equal to 4. D, we got 4 divided by 4, which is equal to 1. So D value we got 1. So if we put this D value in any of the two equations, he will be getting the value of A. Suppose putting D equal to 1 in equation 1. So equation 1 it is A plus 2D equal to 5. So putting D equal to 1 in this equation, A plus 2 into 1 equal to 5. So 2 plus A plus 2 into 1 equal to 5. We can write A plus 2 into 1 is equal to 2. So A plus 2 equal to 5. A plus 2 equal to 5. That means A equal to 5 minus 2. So we got A value as 3. We got D value as 1 and A as 3. So we can determine the AP now. Hence, the required AP is, first term we got as 3 plus the common difference 1 will give us 4. Then the second term plus the common difference 1 will give us 5 and so on. Example 4. Check whether minus 150 is a term of the least of numbers 11, 8, 5 and 2. In this question it is mentioned these numbers are least of numbers. It is directly not told it is AP. So at first we have to see that this list of number it forms an AP or not. So for that, here we have to find out the common difference. So here A2 minus A1, 8 minus 11 will give us minus 3. A3 minus A2, that means 5 minus 8 will give us minus 3. Next A4 minus A3, 2 minus 5 minus 3. So what we can see that the common differences are same everywhere. So therefore we can see the common difference is constant. So if the common difference is constant, the given list of numbers form an AP. So we came to know that these numbers are in the form of AP. But We are asked to find out that minus 150 is a term of this list, this AP or not. So let us say that this minus 50 as an. Let an equal to minus 150. A, in this case it will be 11. Then your D we got is minus 3. So we'll use the formula that we got, that is, as we know, an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. We know an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. An we have considered it as minus 150. A as 11, n minus 1, d minus 3. So n is the number of terms, and we know this n should be a whole number. Not a whole number, it should be a natural number. Okay? So minus 150 minus 11 plus n minus 1 minus 3 minus 161 n minus 1 minus 3 minus 161 divided by minus 3 is equal to n minus 1. 161 by 3, if we divide, we will not be getting any natural number. Okay, so 161 by 3 plus 1 is equal to n. So if you solve 161 by 3 plus 1, you will be getting a fraction or a rational number, but not a natural number. It will not be giving you any integers. Okay, so if it doesn't give you any integers, so we can't consider that this minus 150 will be the term of this AP. So we will not be solving after this. So directly we can write that since n is not an integer, not an positive integer, it should be positive also, number of terms it should be positive, is not an positive integer. That means n should be always a positive integer. Okay, it cannot be neither rational number neither negative, because number of term obviously it will be positive. Since n is not a positive integer, so we can write that minus 150. Since n is not a positive integer, therefore minus 150 is not a term of the list of number, the given list of numbers, not the term of the given list of numbers. Our next question: how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? So our smallest 3-digit number, it is 100, and the largest 3-digit number, it is 999, right? So the smallest 3-digit number, it is divisible by 7 or not. How we will find out? Let us see. The smallest 3-digit number, it is 100. So if this 100 is divided by 7, 1 to 7, 30. 30. So in 7 table, 7 on the 7, 7 2s are 14, 7 3 21, 7 4 28, 7 5s are 35, right? 35. So here the remainder we got, it is 30, right? So if it is 35, then the number will be completely divisible. So in this 0, if it is 5, then will it be divided? Let's see. In place of 0, let me write down 105. So 7, 1 is 7, 7, 5 is 35. Yes, it is completely divisible. First 3-digit number which is divisible by 7, we got 105. Okay. Same way, we will be finding out the last number, that is 999. The largest 3-digit number, 999. Is it divisible by 7 or not? (999) 717 3 7 3 is 21. So 7 4 28, we know that. So 7 4 28 19. So 7 1 7 7 2 14, 7 3 21. So we write 7 2 14. We can see 5 is the remainder. So what we have to do this 5? Yes, we have to subtract this 5 from this 999. Let me see. 999 minus 5 will give you 994. Yes, it will be 4. Why? See, if in this place 9, in this place of 9, if it is 4, it will become 14. 19 will become 14, which will be divisible and will be getting remainder as 0. So 999 minus the remainder, we got 994. So we got our first term and the last term. So therefore, as we know, the smallest 3-digit number is 100. Largest 3-digit number, it is 999. But the list of number that we got, the 3-digit number which are divisible by 7, the list of number divisible by 7 are, the first number we got, that is 105, because 100 was not divisible, right? So it was 105. And if we add 7, we will get the next number. So 105 plus 7 will give you 112. And if you see 112, it is completely divisible by 7. And we got our last number, that is 994. So at first we got the list of number divisible by 7. These are the numbers divisible by 7. But we don't know how many digits are there. How many digits are there? So we got our first number, that is first term, that is 105. Last term we got 994. And we will get that by subtracting. And since these numbers are divisible by 7, so we can identify that this common difference is divisible by 7. This will be a common difference. This 7 will be a common difference. Yes, 112 minus 5 will give you 7. So now how many terms? That means we have find out number of terms. The number of terms represented as n. As we know that an is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. An in this case is 994. A, it is 105. N minus 1. D, it is 7. 994 minus 105 equal to n minus 1 into 7. 994 minus 105, how much it will be? 889. The 7 will be divided n minus 1. Okay? Then 889 will be divided by 7. So 7 1 is 7. 7 2 is 14. 7 7 is 49. That means 127. So 127 equal to n minus 1. 127 plus 1 equal to n. So we got n equal to 128. So if n is equal to 128, so what we can conclude? That there are 128 numbers which are divisible by 7. So there are 128 3-digit numbers divisible by. Question number 6. Find the 28th term from the last term, that means towards the first term of the AP given 3, 8, 13 to 53. So we have to find out the 28th term from the last term. So from the last term, if it is told, what we will do? We will reverse this AP. We write the given AP in the reverse order. So here A equal to 253 and D we can write 3 minus 8. It is minus 5. 20th term, that means A 20. A plus 20 minus 1. D. A we know 253. 20 minus 1 will give us, 20 minus 1, D we know that is minus 5. 253 20 minus 1 will give us 19. So 253, 19 into minus 5 will give us minus 95. So 253 minus 95, how much will get? Yes, it is 158.